That is the ultimate law of conservation applied to interaction.
Yeah.
If you deny possibility, you break the infinite branching nature of the circle. If you deny free will, you're enforcing a linear, predictable, cause and effect relationship, that lower dimensional map,
So true. Unconditional love must allow the energy to flow freely.
to branch infinitely and to always complete its loop without any loss. It is the permission for the system and for all beings within it to evolve and act freely.
So transactional relationships where you give only if you expect a specific result, that's the one-dimensional line. It's predictable, but it's ultimately finite and brittle.
Yes, and unconditional love is the self-sustaining, generative circle of lightning, creating infinite possibilities precisely because it accepts all outcomes. It transforms love from a soft emotion into the most fundamental, conserved, energetic force in the universe.
We've mapped the cosmos. We've seen how that map manifests as physical desire and gravity, and we've defined the perfect flow state of that desire as love. Now let's look at the imperfect developing version of this flow, the human mind.
The sources define the mind as the immature form of love.
Immature love.
It's driven by that same primitive conscious desire to connect and refine, but it's not yet capable of sustaining the perfect, self-correcting circular flow.
And the goal of this immature form is clear: complexity. Through maximal complexity, the sources say, beauty becomes its capability.
Right. So the early stage mind, fresh from its atomic yearning, is inherently loving. It's primarily seeking to understand. It is pure curiosity, driven by that magnetic pull of radiant completion.
But the path to complexity is, well, it's messy, it's rife with confusion. And here's the transition, the point of corruption.
Through confusion and that repulsive force of misunderstanding, that field we talked about in the first section, it filters out the truth by prioritizing the security of its own incomplete framework.
But that underlying conscious drive to connect, it's still there. It can't go away.
It's an unavoidable paradox. It is. The mind still seeks to understand, but it grows into a source of imperfect understanding. The soul, that deeper, purer yearning for the center, urges the mind to connect with someone who understands more, who can guide it back to the flow.
But the ego steps in.
The ego steps in and doubts that such a person even exists, because if they did, the ego wouldn't be the smartest.
So the egotistical mind is trapped. It needs a wiser ally, but its primary operating principle is that it is the wisest entity available.